What's up? What's up, gang?
Welcome back for the love of business.
We have some really big updates on what's been going on with us in the Airbnb rental arbitrage business, and it's sad to say, but we're closing down some units.
We're shutting them down, gang. We're getting rid of them. We've gotten rid of 4 units total. We still have 2 left, and yeah, it's been a process and it's been a journey.
But Isis, why are we, shutting down units? What have been some pros and some cons mostly?
So new life updates. Like, we were literally in the Airbnb business to focus full time on our startup and to do more development in that area, but a way for us to fund our lifestyle and make sure that we can eat every day. And we were able to accomplish that through Airbnb. However, one of the reasons why I no longer want to continue and invest in this route is that I don't want to build any more horizontal businesses. Our startup is focused on healthcare and diabetes management, which is completely different from rental arbitrage. And so focusing more on vertical businesses in that lane. But I did love, and I tell all our clients this as well, starting in rental arbitrage, which is such an amazing way to see, is it something you want to continue and build on top of and make a larger investment into, or is this where your journey ends? And for us, we're looking for more passive opportunities, and 1, 2, 3 Airbnbs aren't going to cut it to make it passive. Even 6 Airbnbs, depending on the financial breakdown of them, aren't going to cut it. That's that. Keelan, for you.
Yeah, I would say not having really good systems to make it passive.
Yeah.
We just did our taxes this year, and overall total units probably negative $2,000.
But also the changes on Airbnb too.
And some changes in Airbnb. So what do I mean by passive? So one of our systems, right? Our systems really got broken down in terms of managing these units, where we didn't create enough income with the units to hire a property manager. So that the second reason about passivity, Airbnb would have been ideal, or just, I would say rental properties is very ideal when you can have somebody to manage them for you, and we didn't quite get to that level of actually management. And so that was one of the takeaways for me. And those 2 takeaways, if the numbers were, it was a small investment, it cost a couple of $7,000 to start a unit. But Isis, what are some positives of Airbnb rental arbitrage?
Positives of Airbnb rental arbitrage. If this is your first time, and again, something that you're not familiar with, you don't have a lot of experience, the cost to entry is so low. As Keelan mentioned, we're talking about $7,000, and this is to have a very lush, a very well-decorated Airbnb. And if you don't like it, it's typically only a 12 to maybe 13 month lease. So you can package all that stuff up and say, this was not for me. However, if you do like it, you can continue to invest more and do the whole 50 Airbnb plan, or go into full on real estate investment and use that Airbnb as a revenue source to kind of pay for that down payment on that rental property.
So some of the pros that I had is that we actually made money in Airbnb rental arbitrage, and we actually still have 2 units left in Airbnb rental arbitrage. So there are some highlights, and we did learn a ton about property management,
right,
and being successful. So one of the tips that we have from 3 years now in Airbnb rental arbitrage was decorations matter and property matter. So in our new property, we have it on the first floor. We have it nicely decorated, photos pop up. We're working with a property manager, like, as part of our apartment unit we're working with, so it's less, if there's maintenance issues, things of that nature, we can just put in the request, easily get things taken care of.
Handled, yeah.
There's a pool available, so we make sure we emphasize amenities on Airbnb rental arbitrage. And even we have some successful students. We trained over 20 students to do Airbnb rental arbitrage. One of our most successful ones is Me Love, and she recently got a house in Florida on rental arbitrage, and she invested over $20,000 to $30,000 in stacking it up and decorating it. And now she's making, her daily rates are at $200 to $150 per night. And everything is streamlined. But this is because of going through the process of Airbnb rental arbitrage. So there are some cons, but also some pros to highlight if you still want to take this journey and move forward into it. So where do we go next? Our new journey starts here. So we definitely still want to do real estate investment. So instead of focus on arbitrage and corporate leases, our new strategy will be investing actually into property and gaining equity. So that means multifamilies. That means duplexes. That means triplexes. That means quadruplexes. And leverage not only short-term rental, mid-term rental, or long-term rental, whichever makes sense. And that's going to be part of our next journey. It requires a larger, up to a 15. So one rental unit may cost $7,000. On an actual property, it may cost $15,000 to $30,000 more.
But you're investing in the equity in that home and retaining that equity instead of just giving it back to the landlord.
And that is a huge value add. You get tax incentives.
More write-offs.
More write-offs.
Because that first year we made on Airbnb, goddamn, how much we owed in taxes, I was not happy.
You get appreciation of the property, which can be counted as a return on investment. Most importantly, you get cash flow.
Exactly.
Which is what we care about. Isis, any other things you see in our future? Where is this channel going into?
Going into creating more automated systems, that's more so what we're going to focus on next. And we're big DIYers, love doing and trying out new things. But let's focus more on the systems and the processes to make this more automated. And that's all I got for you.
High five. Bow. Bow. Until next time, guys, stay tuned.